Hey everyone, welcome to USA Crypto Group. Today we have a project called LendeXe Finance. LendeXe Finance is set out to be the leader in the stablecoin lending and borrowing sector, incorporating many aspects such as security and decentralizations. With that, I'd like to welcome LendeXe from the team. It's a pleasure to have you here, brother. If you can start out introducing yourself, talk about your team, and give us a bit insights on your background and experience.
Hello everyone, I'm Nozar, I'm 29, based in Germany. First of all, I have to tell you guys that I'm very happy that I'm here. Talking about myself, I have a master's degree in business administration in the field of finance. And after that, I started trading stocks, cryptocurrency, and currency pairs in the Forex market. I have 5 to 6 years of trading experience and more than 1 year of being active in DeFi as a part of protocol's team members. And right now I am here busy with designing financial products and doing financial calculations in total for LendeXe Finance.
Appreciate that introduction, Nozar. Do you want to talk about your team a bit as well? And what kind of role do you play for the project?
Sure. The mother company of LendeXe is LXRock, LXROCK.com. I have the role of Chief Product Officer there. And as you can see my screen, I'm going to show you the website. This is the website of the mother company, which has LendeXe as a project. And to go down, I can show you the team. So you can see the names and LinkedIn links. So everyone is here. And we are not anonymous. Sabu is our CEO. He's present in this AMA, so he will start speaking soon. Mustafa is in charge of everything related to the codes and development. And Michael represents the role of COO here. And you can also see my name here. This is me. You can simply click on this link and open my LinkedIn. And here you can see our lead developer and other developers. So this was a brief description about the team. And I ask Sabu to start and talk about himself a bit.
Hi guys, let's do a quick test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Sabu. Great to meet you.
Nice, thank you too. I don't want it to interrupt the conversation. It was a nice start. How are you guys?
We're doing very well. How are you?
Thank you so much. A nice day today.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty gloomy in Seattle, Washington right now. But I'm glad that the weather is nice for you over there.
Yeah, but I don't see the weather so much today. I'm working so much now. But yeah, I have a good feeling today. It feels good. Had a good coffee. And now we are talking to you guys. I'm very glad to be here, and thank you, Nozar, for the introduction of the company. Maybe I can also add something. So LXRock is the company which is our labs, which is developing the apps. And LendeXe is one of the projects which we have developed since end of 2021. We started there. So I started alone. I hadn't a team there, so you see the end status here today when you look at LXRock. But then I started to pitch team members, and then it growed. It feels like it growed automatically, but it was a lot of investing time and of course money, and to pitch the team members and to give them the same passion you have. And next to that, then the day came up, and I meet Nozar, and Nozar is also very passionate to DeFi and also to financial. And then the team was up. I love my team. Thank you so much for my team that they have joined the same journey with me. and today we are here to speak to you about our protocol. Before I do that, I want to introduce myself. My academic background is computer science and business administration. My first experience in work was in sales. I worked a lot of years inside sales, but I have also DeFi professional experience. I was in one of the first Avalanche ecosystem projects involved on the first 3 projects. And then I came up with the experience I got there to build my own protocols. And Lendex I'm very glad and proud of Lendex. We have so much innovative features, which we can talk today.
Yeah, appreciate the introduction there, Sapo, and Noza as well. So before we start, could you give us a bit of the insights on LX Rock, what you guys do over there, and I'm pretty sure how that led to this project. So what is the fundamentals of LX Rocks?
Of course. LX Rock is a company which has a legal structure in Germany. LX Rock is coordinating all the projects we have. But we are also outsourcing. We are working in total for the Lendex protocol. At least I think the latest data was we are 20 people, and 30 of them are working from LX Rock. So you see, it is the other part is outsourced or not outsourced. They are sitting in a different company, but we are working together on that protocol. LX Rock is responsible to secure the development of a protocol, to use the experience. Noza, can you go a bit down with the LX Rock homepage so that to the first screen that we can see Michael and so? Yes, perfect. Now, thank you so much.
Now, Sapo, sorry to interrupt you here, but now with the LX Rock, did you guys help build other projects as well as like advisors to other projects?
Yes, we do multiple jobs. That means we are developing Lendex, but on the other side, we are helping different protocols worldwide to build their own protocol. It's very hard to find very well or trustful service providers. I know DeFi or crypto in overall is a bit difficult because of the scam opportunities for the people. The most of the business conversations are over Telegram or Discord or Twitter or different social applications. And we have already a network, so we are providing for free our network when somebody wants to set up something. Sometimes we are charging for the service, so we are consulting new startups. If we have the time to do that, of course. You can see at Mustafa's background, he's a CTO from LX Rock, also from Lendex protocol. He is very experienced in software testing. He was a manager in software testing in different companies in Germany. So he was mainly focused on banking systems. And same as Michael, the guy right on the picture. He's also one of the co-founders, and he has, I think it was a total 20 years of experience in governance risk and also in compliance. So he is leading the security part, the compliance part, the risk part, the infrastructure part, but also adapting his experience from which he earned and gained from the past. He's very experienced from traditional finance. He worked overall in Frankfurt. They are the main headquarters of all banks in Europe, or mostly in Germany. And we are using that experience to build something innovative. And we have different positions there. Can you go down a bit, Noza, please? Yes, perfect. Stay here, please. Mark has his professorship in design, and he's also leading startup. I don't know how we pronounce in English, but we say, it's just a startup headquarters. So they are helping startups to have a successful start by advising or helping by fundraising and so. So he was one of the first members on LX Rock when I pitched people. He's very experienced. He helped me to set up a legal structure and so on. But he's leading our design. We can go over the design later. I think we have built something very nice. He worked, or as example, he set it up from the Olympic Games last year or 21, or was last year. He got the full opportunity to design it. So he's very experienced. I love our user experience, which you set it up together with the team. And I have not the time to explain all roles, but as you see, we have a very experienced team. I'm very glad to work with them together with Alex Rock. But our main focus today is on LendeXe. That's our first protocol together.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that you guys collectively, you guys have vast experience in your respective area, and I love the fact that you guys are running LX Rock. I'm assuming that through those experiences that you guys went through, whether that's building software for other protocol, etc., that led you to LendeXe, correct?
Yes, we came up with the idea to use our experience to build LendeXe. That's right.
Perfect. Now, with that, looking around with the existing, of course, the lending protocol, borrowing protocol, and of course, am I being cut off periodically there?
No, it's straight through for me.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes my mic just stops, like it freezes, and I'm not sure whether I should repeat myself or not. But Sabo, so that led to my questions. Looking around, you see other lending protocol and borrowing protocol as well as stablecoins. What do you see out there? How did the idea come about? Because apparently you guys saw some improvements need to be made.
Yes, of course. That's a very good question. When you have an idea or first of all, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need an idea. You can build something when you work somewhere, when you think you have seen some gaps which you can close, or you are a guy which is just talented, has a talent for building companies without having so much experience in companies, or you are coming from the science and you're adopting new technologies to build a new business. And in our case, it's a combination of all of it. That's why I love it, because we have the practice, we have the science, and we have also just some talented people in our team. And we use all of that to go into it. And we focused on philosophical spot, which we have absorbed from the Harvard University. They are advising and teaching by focusing people to use based on seeds and needs. If we come back to that topic, then we have seen a problem, which is in DeFi very accurate, and you can read it day by day. It's about the stablecoins, which are depegging. So the promising is to stay with the concept as example, on $1 in our case. Then sometimes they cannot hold their promising because of attacks or because of bad designs or whatever. So that problem is repeating again and again and again, and we have focused to solve that. We will explain that a bit later. That's the stablecoin part of our protocol, but we have at the same time the lending part, which is also very important. So it's a combination. We can say lending has designed the stablecoin, not on the other way. But the focus is to solve that problem in a very innovative way. And, lending is one of the oldest business in our human race. And we wanted to go into that because our experience fits very well with that business. And that's the reason why we are working today in lending and stablecoin.
Yeah, definitely. As I am going through the white paper, and I definitely see, a lot of experience, a lot of thoughts put behind it, because you have, two different stable coins that is actually backed by, 3 different assets, right? Which you don't see that very often. Then you also have the stabilizer as well as the risk management for liquidation as well. So yeah, we will get into all those in detail. But yeah, I think you guys came up with a very nice concept for stablecoins as well, especially when you're SD coin, stable coin, right? You have 3 assets being backed by the 3 stable coins with the recent news of BUSD, right? I mean, look at the timing of it. So I think great job on that, because it looks like you guys saw that coming in a way.
Thank you so much for the feedback. That means a lot for us.
Yeah, so Sample, let's start out with your main stable coin, which is the XSD.
You're right, it's the XSD. Correct. That's the, from my point of view, it's the main stable coin of our whole concept. Before we talk about stable coins, let me explain something very shortly in a high level so that we pick up everyone from zero. There are mostly two very famous stablecoin concepts. One of them is the CDP concept, which means it's backed by different stablecoins. And then we have the algo stablecoin. And the algo stablecoin is backed by one stablecoin, mostly one stablecoin. It's the narrative. The famous one, the baddest example was in the past. It's not so long away. The experience was coming out from Terra Luna. They lost their pegging, and that's very sad for the people. So the goal of DeFi is to establish in the society so that everyone can use it on an international level or global. And so such experience, so people are losing trust. And we are here to create trust, that we want to prove that our XSD concept can solve that problem, will solve that problem. It's already proved by us, and we want to launch this month, and we want to prove it in a real environment. So that means XSD is that stable coin which is in the core functionality of our the app, and it's backed by the 3 most famous stable coins, which are backed by mostly by fiat. It's USDT, USDC, and BUSD, and the latest one is from the Binance exchange, which is a target from legal point of view. And that's exactly why we have designed XSD. Imagine a legal problem came up. One of the stable coins are losing the $1 peg. It go down to 90 cents as example. So people with a huge peg, let me say $1 million, will use $100,000, right? So you see a 10% can mean a lot for a bigger bag. And that's why we have designed something we name it stabilizer. It is stabilizing the stablecoin XSD. And that mechanism is here to secure people. It means it's something like ETF, so it can manage, it can monitor, and it can swap out completely automatically for free. It is not charging fees for that, so that people are just holding one stable coin, but that one stable coin is pegged by different stable coin. And we are sure that will create a lot of value to the cryptocurrency industry.
Yeah, so your XSD, which is like you said that your main stablecoin is being collateral backed by 3 different type of stablecoins currently, USDT and USDC and BUSD, right? And you guys have mechanic to swap that depending on if an asset or if that stablecoin, one of the 3 stablecoins, face hardship or difficulty or problems, correct? Now, with that said, though, now with the BUSD issues that are being targeted, are you guys planning to replace the BUSD with something else, or are you just sticking with the 2 for now?
Yes, that's the next question. It's a very good question. The BUSD is now inside the stabilizer. We have limited today to the 3 most biggest stablecoins. There are much more, but we picked that 3. In this case, BUSD will be kicked out. It will be blacklisted, so it's not available anymore inside the stabilizer, and it will be replaced by USDC or USDT. It's up to the algorithm. So there is an automatic algorithm which is doing it completely automatic. It's already tested. It works very well. And for the start, we are using that 3. That's right. But our goal is to expand the stabilizer. It should go up by time. And we want to have a smooth start, so that's why we are picking that 3. but later we will implement much more stablecoins. We want to make DeFi or the cryptocurrency involved for more secure place, and that's why we are in need to implement more stablecoins, maybe also more risky stablecoins, which is holding. Let me say, algo stables are the most, not the riskiest one today. I will not name something, but let me say there's one algo stable coin. It has a good market cap up to 1 billion, and then it can lose its value by night, and then you cannot forward and sell it fast, so you will lose a lot of money. But imagine that stable coin, which is algo stablecoin, is inside that stabilizer. It's one of the 10 later in the later stage. And our XSD is doing that completely automatically. So if you want to hold that stablecoin, it is inside the XSD, and you are holding just one, and that one is backed by 10. It's a real organic balance. So we will choose the best one after our validation, which means it's the most secure one. That's the logic behind it. It has a very well written code. It's also audited, and it works already in our test stage. I don't know, Nozar, are we able to show something today, or are we on developing stage?
Do you want to show?
Our test environment, is it working?
Yeah, the test environment is working. So if you want me to open the XSD page, the XSD page is still on the design modifications. So the code is completely ready, audited. The stabilizer works. It has been tested. Just the design of this page is going to change during this week to have a better user experience. But everything is here. So people can simply come inside, open the tab, and type the number they want and click on mint. Simple. They can also choose which type of stablecoin they want to use to mint, and when they want to burn, they can also choose which one of stablecoin they want to get if they burn XSD. That's it. So simple.
Yeah, very efficient there. I see now. Currently, right now, how many? So I'm assuming that right now you just have USDT and USDC and LEX, right, in order to mint the XSD stablecoin. Is that right?
You don't mint XSD with LEX. LEX is the fee token here, 0.1% fee in LEX, because we don't want bots to attack the stabilizer. You can mint with these three stablecoins in our test environment because the BUSD never went under $0.998. If it would go lower than that, the stabilizer would never accept BUSD until the governance activated again. Okay, but in what happened in this week, the BUSD never went lower than 0.998, so it is still available and active inside the stabilizer. That's the automatic observation system. It checks if the price is higher than 0.998 or not.
I see. So you have an automatic system that they're able to read that. If it goes under that, then it does not accept whatever the stable asset is.
Yeah, just not accepting, but also it swaps all the deposited BUSD with USDT and USDC. So if in this test environment, you can see we have 300 BUSD. If the BUSD goes beneath the number I just told you, this $300 will automatically, based on our codes, be swapped with USDT and USDC automatically on spot. No one needs to execute the swap. It's automatic based on an integration with an exchange.
Wow, awesome. So I guess that prevents a lot of risk and safety to the protocol.
Yeah, that's why we call it one of the safest stablecoins in the world. Imagine what happens if USDC goes wrong, or for example, USDT goes wrong. Well, if you have some money, you are losing the value of your money. But if you have XSD, this system will automatically swap that token with the other two for now, and in the future, you will see more names. And the XSD will keep its peg. Simple. So even if USDC fails, XSD can keep the peg.
Awesome. Okay, so the XSD is your main stable coin, and of course that can be used as store of value. It's pegged to $1, so it's pretty much a stable coin, just like any other stable coin out there. Medium exchange, even to do payments within your protocol as well, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? And it's 100% on-chain, so everything is trackable, traceable, visible, transparent, 100% on-chain. And the regulations that we are hearing about, they are targeting tokens which are coming from staking or which are not 100% transparent and on-chain. But XSD is completely transparent, completely on-chain. So the regulation is not coming for this stablecoin for so far.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. Very good point. So ultimately, you guys will consider your protocol like very decentralized, correct?
Yeah, of course, of course. Everything we do is automatic. We don't want to have any manual or centralized thing inside the protocol. What we have as centralized is like we designed the formula of interest rate, or we have designed a stabilizer and we have decided these three stable coins to be here. Okay, but the rest is completely automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it wasn't like that, we couldn't have this audit from CerTik. Well, they are not easygoing auditors, they're so strict.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You guys are actually CerTik audited, so congrats to that. I think that brings a lot of confidence to the investors for sure.
Yeah, so as I just showed, you simply come to our website, lendexe.fi. You scroll down. You can see that it is audited by CerTik, and we have already uploaded the report. So you simply click on it, open it, 42 pages, everything is here. You can see everything by yourself. And I will just bring up the first page so you can see the general report here. So they have found 22 findings, but as you can see, 13 are resolved, 9 are acknowledged.
That's not up to date, Noza. We have, let's acknowledge now, we have fixed all of that. If you want, I can explain more of that because I had the latest speak with the CerTik team.
Yeah, let's deep dive into the audit, because I think with the lending and the stablecoin and the borrowing protocol, I think safety is the most crucial thing out there. So yeah, let's dive deep into it.
Yes, Noza, but I will need your help. Can you go a bit down with your side on the next page? Yes, perfect. Yeah, stay there. No, go up, go up. A bit more. I need the graph on the top. Yeah, here, perfect. Yes. Okay, you see there are some comments. They are categorized in some levels. Let me say critical is the most baddest one or most risky one, which you must solve, otherwise you don't get an audit. There's major one that's very similar to critical, or is between medium and critical in this case. And acknowledge means it's like we advise you to do something else. And that's very important for us. We have a knowledge is for us also something like a major advice, because it means, give me an example, we had something not in the code, it was a logical stuff. Something like who is controlling the treasury. Of course, in the early stage, it's this it's the core team, it's the developer team, but they recommended and advised us to use a multi-sig, which we of course will do. I have a lot of experience here in this case. So, but we did that then when we had the audit stage. We did it, and now with all of that is fixed, but it's the latest date 2 days ago, so that's why it's not up to date here. We have now lesser findings in total. The knowledge or it will be solved in that way. So we have a very good audit from my point of view. I have seen a lot of, and CerTik is one of the most famous one. We wanted CerTik because of the reputation, but first of all of the knowledge they shared with us, and they support and also lead the audit part here, and they gave us a good direction how we can do that together. And we are preparing the security in the best way. But we will do one more audit because we will have a next major update on our protocol. That update will also be from a bigger auditor. We will have maybe one more, or in total 3 audits then, but it will be a tier 2 auditor in this case because it's a smaller part. The Vault code which we have is audited. The core functionalities that we call simple pools, which is a functionality we need to provide something similar to P2P. So people or person X is deploying something and person epsilon is taking something. So it's a pool. We call it a pool then. And the pool is completely automatically. Nobody is handling it. So it's not a team behind that. It's led by smart contracts. Then we have something similar like the different part which we can call, or let me say in a different way, there are main functionalities based on that pool algorithm, which is very proved from the past. It is basically from Compound. That's the lending mechanism or the algorithm, the mathematical part which we have used for our basic pools. And that had already 5 or 6 audits, I think, in total. So I think from this point of view, we are very secure. The CerTik audit is the audit for the overall code. We have a lot of more code inside our GitHub now in total. So we have the updated one, not online today. So that's why I interrupted. Sorry, Nazar, for that. But it's a very important point. Yeah, that's it. I think from point of view of code security, we are very well positioned.
Appreciate that, Seppo, for elaborating on that. Awesome. Yeah, like you said, you mentioned the fundamental protocol. You guys are using it from Compound, and they've been around for a long time. Very public protocol. And like you said, they probably had multiple audits in place already. So awesome. Yeah, thanks for elaborating on that. All right, now with the XSD stablecoin, those are listening right now, they say, okay, if I put in 5,000 of my USDC and I mint the XSD stablecoin, what can I do with that coin within your ecosystem?
I'm going to list this stablecoin on several exchanges. So the use case of this stablecoin is outside Lendex, not inside. You can use it as money wherever you want. But we have another feature which uses the XSD stablecoin. Not like if you have the XSD stablecoin, you can use that feature. If you have LEX, you can use that feature and it gives you the XSD stablecoin. The feature is called the ultimate loan. As the protocol makes revenue over time, the revenue will be split in 2 parts. One part will go to the XSD stabilizer to strengthen the peg system even more than before. So as the protocol continues to work, the protocol will empower its own stablecoin by time. The other revenue of the other part of the revenue goes to a feature called the ultimate loan. Anyone who has the LendeXe token can go to the ultimate loan, can lock their LendeXe token for at least 3 months, and after 3 months they are able to demand a loan which is 1.5x of their collateral. So if you have $100 of LendeXe, you can go to the ultimate loan, lock your LendeXe for 3 months, and at the end demand for $150 loan. The loan will be in form of XST. That's the use case we have inside the protocol. The other use cases are outside. The XST will be listed inside exchanges, and we have plans to distribute a good reward outside the protocol inside XST pools as well.
I see. Okay, so the ultimate loan, which also, like you say, gives the borrower an opportunity for people to borrow up to 1.5x to their collateral's value, correct? Okay, but they have to lock up the LendeXe. And what is the time frame that they have to lock it up for there, Nozar?
For 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. And based on the time that you have locked, your repayment period will be 15, 30, or 60 days.
I see. Okay. All right. So okay. And all right. So you can borrow. So that's actually a very unique feature there, right? That you guys have going on there. So you can borrow up to 1.5x pretty much. So in case if you want to use that money for invest in different assets or whatever you want to use it for.
And it's free to do as they wish. That's their money.
Awesome. All right. So the ultimate loan, I think that's pretty unique. I think that's actually going to be very. I think that's going to be very, very good for a lot of investors out there. Now that leads to you have another stablecoin, correct?
Yeah, there is another stablecoin. The name is LXD, and that stablecoin comes from a different type of loan. On Ethereum network, almost every protocol has provided use case for Ethereum token itself. Well, completely logical because it has the highest market cap on Ethereum. I mean, it's Ethereum itself, yeah. But there are many people who have Bitcoin as well. And you can't find a really good use case for your Bitcoin when you are using Ethereum network. And most of the use cases of Bitcoin are inside centralized exchanges or companies. And they might face problems time to time. And that's the same scenario for Binance Coin. What we are doing is providing use case for the top 3 volatile tokens on Ethereum or in total: Bitcoin, Ethereum itself, and the Binance Coin. You can use any of these 3, come to LendeXe and go to interest-free loan, lock the token up, and demand a loan up to 91% of your collateral's value. So if you have $1,000 of Bitcoin, you can demand a $900 loan in form of LXD. This loan has no repayment period and it is completely interest-free. It is 0% APY loan. And what you can do with LXD, whatever I said about the XST is also true here. It will be listed on exchanges. You can use it as money, whatever you want. But there is another thing. There will be a pool named Liquidation pool. You can deposit your LXD. The pool will be inside LendeXe. If anyone who has used Bitcoin or Ethereum or Binance token to borrow LXD faces liquidation, the liquidation will occur inside the liquidation pool with 10% discount. So if you have supplied $100 LXD and someone gets liquidated, your $100 LXD will burn, but you will get $110 of Bitcoin. So you will gain something like 10%. And I believe that's the main use case for LXD in Start. This feature, the interest-free loan, will be available in Mars.
That's awesome. Okay, so they can use BTC, ETH, or BNB to get LXD, correct? Now, is that the only three assets that they can use to get LXD? Your main coin, is it LendeXe? That doesn't count, is it?
For now, yes. The main coin Lex won't count here, but there is another benefit for Lex token here. To issue a loan here, you should pay a fee, which can be as low as 0.5% and can get higher in case of having a volatile market or high demand. The fee will be used to strengthen the ultimate loan. As I explained you, the ultimate loan was a method in which you deposit your LEX to borrow 150% XSD. So the more people use the LXD stablecoin, the more people borrow LXD stablecoin, the more fee they are paying. As they pay more fee, on the other hand, the XSD stablecoin will be more powerful, and people are locking more legs there. So they are connected to each other in this way.
I see. Now, ultimately, looks like you guys do have a mechanic that also buy back and burn LEX, which is your main token there. Can you elaborate on how that works with the LXD, the borrowing, and XSD?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, of course. I described you the XSD stabilizer, the engine that keeps the peg of XSD token. And I told you there is a 0.1% fee. That fee will be used directly to buy and burn LEX, or to say the fee is in LEX itself. So that fee will directly burn, instantly burn. This is one mechanism. There is another mechanism to burn LEX. I told you that the ultimate loan is a 150% loan. So many people might decide to never pay it back, because even if they get liquidated and they lose 100% of their collateral, they are in 50% profit. So the second burning mechanism is here. If someone has used $100 LEX to get ultimate loan, and he or she doesn't pay back in the repayment period, from that $100, $20 or 20% will burn on spot. That's it. And 80% or $80 will be locked inside the protocol as a backup for XSD token itself. So it will not go into the market, and it will not be in the market circulation anymore. It will be locked inside. So we have a fee mechanism for minting and burning XSD. The fee is in LEX token and it will burn on spot. We have a liquidation mechanism for the ultimate loan. From that liquidation mechanism, 20% of the LEX collateral will burn on spot and 80% will be locked up inside the protocol.
All right, that's awesome. So ultimately, LEX will become deflationary. Ultimately, is that the ultimate goal of the token, correct? To bring more value to the token.
Yeah, that's it. So as the protocol goes bigger and bigger, the burning pace increases, and after a while, when all the tokens are minted, the only thing is this burning mechanism. So at the end, it will go deflationary.
Right. Well, very well thought out, guys. very well thought out. So there's like incentive for the borrowers, but also the lenders as well within the protocol. But then ultimately, it all connects to benefit the LendeXe token, which is your main token there.
Yes, we have their main feature. We have a lot of product categories. Let us call it that way. Nozar, can you please open the landing page again?
The page you want?
No, the landing page of the homepage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, can you go to LendeXe, to the category LendeXe on top? Yeah, on the bottom. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and then a bit down so that we have the, yeah. So we have, yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. So we have some use cases, or let us pronounce it incentive-wise, or we can also say something like an incentive to the people who are holding LendeXe token. Besides the governance functionality, I think governance is very clear, or should be clear. If you are holding LendeXe, you are in the position to vote or to create votes. And on the other hand, we have one more utility. It was an initial idea from us from the past, so we did a lot of research, more than 1.5 years in total now. And then we came up with the idea, which we named at the end the ultimate loan. It is creating a 1.5x loan. How is that possible? So you can just have a picture here when I explain it in a high level, maybe. Let me say the protocol generates fees. So all the apps in the world has fees. Example, Uniswap. Example, SushiSwap. Example, Aave. Example, Euler. Example, Compound. All of them have fee structures. And if you collect them, then we can do something. What do? They are redistributing it or spreading it in a different way. And what did we different? That is a very unique point from our position. We are minting with the revenues our stablecoin XSD over the ultimate loan. So what does that mean? It means you have to hold LendeXe token. You are doing something which is similar to staking. You are stacked inside the ultimate loan. You have to wait for a period of time, and then you can get a part of the ultimate loan, which has inside the treasury all of the XSDs, which is minted automatically by using the protocol. So we call it the revenues or the reserve factor. That way we have created a new kind of loan. 1.5 loan is unique. There is no different protocol which provides that. And on the other hand, we have a very organic growth strategy, which is very good combining and harmonizing with the deflationary strategy. In overall, we can say that the ultimate loan is designed. If somebody is not paying back his loan, it is a loan, also very important from a legal point of view. And then if you are not paying, the penalty is that you are losing your LendeXe token. And the LendeXe token, which is gonna taken by the smart contract, will be directly distributed inside the treasury, which is the treasury of the community. So it's inside the hand of the community. So what does that mean? You cannot abuse the ultimate loan to get the 1.5 loan every time. You have to lock it for a period of time, and you cannot abuse it by don't pay it back. So that's a very organic strategy from us. We have designed it by investing our weekends for research and development, and we are sure that we can change the game inside stablecoin and lending. And we have did it from our point of view, and we are very proud in an organic way. Organic way means you cannot dump and pump it. That's a security mechanism which we have implemented. And ultimate loan is a core functionality of our protocol. That was very important to explain the next monetization of LendeXe. So how can you use it or as incentivized? We will have also some more futures, but it's not day-to-day to talk about that. And you can get LendeXe by buying LendeXe on our ongoing IEO today on P2B and La Token. There are two exchanges, and by using the protocol, you will have the opportunity to get LendeXe token, and you can also buy it on the DEX later. That's the three opportunities. That's our LendeXe token. So you see, LendeXe is very important to us, and we trust in our token design, in our tokenomic design. We have researched all the stablecoin protocols. We have researched all the lending protocols. We are very experienced in DeFi now, and we can say, yeah, we are ready to start.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love the strategies, and I think that, not having that organic growth, right? Not inflated, not inflating the assets into your stablecoin and pump it up or dump it, whatever. I think that's actually very crucial. So I love the organic strategy. It's always going to be backed by an asset one-to-one. So that's actually very good. Now, when you mentioned the DEX there, Sample, being a USA, we have a lot of US Americans in this room. And I think there's been some concerns that they checked out the pre-sale right now or the sale right now, and they are not able to buy. Would that be on the DEX very soon where it's decentralized that we can buy in?
Yes. We will have a TGE, we will have a listing, and that listing will be on our partners from P2B, and also besides that on DEXs, which are very established. We are working together with some of them. We want to have a very smooth kickoff, so that's why we have chosen one of them with very low slippage and very innovative features. Lendex will start on Ethereum mainnet. We have one more blockchain as a strategic partner, which we call Shimmer. It's a new blockchain. We have a very huge community there. And we have one more blockchain as a strategic partner, which is not announced yet. We will do that in Q2. So we have a bit of time. So Lendex will be a multi-chain protocol, and we are ready to launch on all of them, which is compatible with our requirements. And we have chosen, from our point of view, the best blockchain which fits with our ethical and long-term goals.
Awesome. Now, but your current IDO right now, US participants cannot partake in your IDO right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm very sad, and unfortunately, we have not the power to decide who can participate from our own structure. We are not in that position. We have to follow the rules, and because of the international rules, US are unfortunately not allowed to purchase on the IEOs. Yes, that's right. That's very sad for us. We love our community. We have a lot of US supporters also from our community. Yeah, that's how it is. We cannot change it. We are an entrepreneur, or we are startups. We are not the government. I'm so sorry for that.
No, I understand, because there's been some questions in our room. I did also check out your IDO sales there, and it looks like it is exclude from US investors. But once it's launched, then I think I think right now in this community, we do have an international community. So we will post those links for you guys to partake into the IDO if you're interested. I think it's a great project. I really love the strategies behind this whole thing. Very well thought out.
Thank you so much. That means a lot for us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your feedback. We are here together to answer all of your questions, but there will be a lot of questions which we cannot answer today because of the time. Maybe also sharing our social links so that they can get in touch with us. Our team are very deep inside coding and so, but they are very glad to answer all of your questions in Telegram or Discord.
Yeah. So the next topic I want to touch on really quick. Are you guys have another AMA, or are you guys in a strict time frame right now? Can we speak on the tokenomics really quick?
From my point of time, yes, I have time. We have a strict plan, but we have reserved the time for you guys. we are very glad to be here today.
Okay, yeah. So let's go into the tokenomics, and also let's touch on what have you guys raised so far. Did you guys have any seed round? Any prior rounds of raising money to date?
Yes, we have raised funds, of course, but I talked so much now. I want to give the chance for Nozar to explain that. He is also very involved in this part.
Okay, let me explain you a bit about our tokenomic and the sales we have. So to have access to our tokenomic, you go to our website and there's a Learn tab. From there, you click on White Paper. That's it. And you can scroll down. As you can see, we have two different tokenomics. One of them is for Shima and one of them is for Ethereum. They are different because Shima is more like a test net and Ethereum is a main net. And as you can see, the name assembly here, which is a network, and that's going to be available in the future. So from now on, we have plans to be multi-chain. To go directly to the sales, we have 22% share for sales. As you can see, public sale is less than 1% in total, 0.8% for option A, which has a vesting period, and 0.1% for option B, which itself has 40% TGE and 60% vesting for 1 year. We did a seed sale and NFT sale. The name is NFT airdrop, but our NFTs are utility NFTs. And the airdrop has not been done yet. So if US citizens has no problem with buying the NFTs, they can also have access to LendeXe because of the airdrop. We had a 100% successful NFT sale. All of them sold out. They are utility NFTs. With them, you can have access to 4 different things. One of them is access to our VIP channel in Discord, and you can be a VIP community member. Another one is LendeXe airdrop. The snapshot will be in this month, hasn't been taken yet. If anyone wants to buy those NFTs, they can go to Sunaverse protocol. And the third use case is assembly airdrop, this token's airdrop. But assembly is not here yet, so the airdrop is for the future. And the last one, which is the most important use case of our NFTs, is a referral system. If you have NFTs, your liquidity mining, the LendeXe reward you are getting from the protocol in form of liquidity mining will increase in an exponential way if you refer other people to the protocol. So if you refer other wallet addresses and you start liquidity mining, your liquidity mining reward will increase exponentially, and this is not an inflationary act. This is not inflationary because we are not expanding the total number of liquidity mining. We are not just minting the LendeXe. No. This 10% here, which is for the lending, is a vivid number, and people who are getting more liquidity mining will get more of this 10%, and people who don't have the NFT and referral system, their shares will decrease in favor of these people. And as you can see on Ethereum, 50% of NFT tokens will be free on TGE, and the rest will be given to them in matter of 1 year. We had a seed sale, 6.5% of the tokens. 2.4 million of them will be free on TGE. and some tokens in 24 months and some tokens after that. So in total, it will take 48 months for these tokens to be free. And here we have our ongoing initial exchange offering, or IEO. And if we have a good proportion of the tokens for other exchange listings and market makers to make sure the price of LendeXe will remain stable.
Yeah, thanks for elaborating on that there, Seppo. Now, you mentioned that you had option A and option B as well. How much did you guys raise on both those options together?
In the case of sales, I asked Sabu to give you the answer.
I think he just meant you, Nazar, by saying my name. No problem, you can follow.
Okay. Options A and B have been done with a price equal to initial exchange offering. So people who are participating in the IO can be sure that the option B has the same price. So you can calculate the number. The price was 2 cents per token. And for option B, it was 1.2 cents per LendeXe. And you can see the numbers are not rounded. So just give me a minute to calculate the number. We sold something like 8 million tokens. So
Around
something
80,000?
like, yeah, 100.
around
Yeah,
okay.
something like 120 in total.
Okay, 120. Okay, all right. And you guys have the IDO going on right now on 2 exchanges right now as well.
Yeah, it's IEO, to be honest. If it was IDO, we would be so easy with US citizens. Yeah,
I know.
But unfortunately, it's IEO.
I wish you guys came in when you guys have that NFT for sale. That would have been perfect for us, right? But it's 100% so, correct? Like you said, right?
And we are not happy about it, but it's US regulation.
I know. But I think, you know what? I think that's actually a great way around with just that, the NFT, through the NFT. So I think that's a good strategy for USA investors when you guys are listed on an IEO. That's probably a good way for US to go around it. But looks like we missed it. That's all right. We're going to have to just buy on the market, right?
The case for now.
At least for now. All right. Okay, sounds great. I think we pretty much cover everything. Did we miss anything there, Seppo and Nazar?
Explain a bit about some features, the liquidity mining we have.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Okay. A concern about lending protocols in total is, what if a whale comes in, dump his cryptocurrencies, suck up all the liquidity mining, and then dump the token in the market again? What will happen in that case for small investors? They are not gaining anything. The liquidity mining is going to the whale. Well, that's not the case for LendeXe, because we have designed our liquidity mining in a way to make it not attractive for whales. What we did is we simply decided to reward people who are generating the interest for the protocol. This is a dynamic lending. So when someone borrows and when they are paying the borrowing interest rate, the green number you see here, that interest that they are paying is going to be given to the suppliers, the green number here. So borrowers, these people are people who are generating the interest and the income of the suppliers. So if we want to reward someone, we prefer to reward them, the borrowers, As you can see, these numbers, these are the LendeXe reward. You can see the LendeXe reward numbers in gray. All tokens have the LendeXe reward number, but when you look at supply, even tokens who have a very big reward number in case of the borrower supply APY, the gray number for them is 0 in case of supply. We are not distributing the LendeXe token among suppliers. We are distributing LendeXe among borrowers. This will decrease the net borrowing interest rate of people who are borrowing using Lendex. And on the other hand, whales cannot suck up all the reward, because if they want reward, they have to borrow. And if they borrow, they are paying interest to the suppliers, which are other people. So whales cannot just, do a hostile takeover here. They have to benefit the protocol as well. The other option, the other option we have, if you want LendeXe reward just by supplying, is the lock drop. The lock drop window is not open here because this is a test version and the lock drop is a one-time thing for a short period of time. After the launch of the protocol, the lock drop will be open for 45 days. In that 45 days, people can choose whichever token they want, they supply, and they lock it for 4 to 12 months. They can choose the timeline themselves, 4 to 12 months. And when the lock period is over, they have their token, they have their supplying interest rate, and on top of it, they will get LendeXe as reward. That's it for the start.
Yeah, thanks for elaborating on that. I love that whale measures that you guys have on there, because that, like you said, that will prevent the whale to take over. They have to pay for the APY or the interest. That's a good way to do it. Awesome.
Yeah, we invested a lot of time thinking about how can we keep the protocol safe. When I was showing the tokenomic, I forgot to mention one thing. All the sale rounds, seed sale, NFT, public sales, all of them have been performed by retail investors. All the buyers are retail investors. None of them are venture capitals. So when the protocol and everything has been here and has been built because of retail investors, by the money of retail investors, why should we design it in a way to reward the whales? No, we don't want to do that. We want to reward the retails. So that's why we have designed the tokenomic in this way.
Very nice. Very well thought out. No, I can definitely see. I think it reflects on all the strategies on the white paper that I've read 100%. So yeah, you guys did put some time into this project. When did the project, what was the initial date that the project started?
Your question was about our timeline to start, correct?
Yeah, how long ago have you guys been working on this project?
Okay, sorry. In total, if you count the research, we started 2021. So we have a deep research behind until today. Our strategy at the beginning was, I was taught by the Avalanche team or the Avalanche team. So they shared some experience on some areas with me. I'm very thankful for that. I have understood how the strategies works with venture capitals, very famous venture capitals worldwide. Then I have started to pitch, and by the pitch I have learned more. Then we have figured out together with Nozar and some other in the team, let us do a bit more research and let us be community driven. What means here community driven? It has an advantage if you have a venture capital inside you use protocols. They are depositing liquidity, but on the other hand, you have to design your liquidity mining based on to cover their risks. Let me say risks or fees. And we don't want to do that. We want to be something different in a positive way. Then we came up with new research, and we have researched a lot of successful financial institutions, so like BlackRock. What is BlackRock? They are managing funds and investing, right? So when they do that, how do they do that, and from who they get money? So they are collecting 33% money from retailer. So you see the money came up with pockets which are maximum $1,000, but the sum of that is a very high number in total. So what means that for us? It can mean that we can be successful when we trust in a retailer, when we have a good design strategy. Nozar has already explained that in a way how we design our liquidity mining, and we will incentivize more retailer to use our protocol, and also traders. It's not just for a retailer, it's also for all other categories. So that was taking a lot of time of research. We have to understand we already know how the world works because of our education and business administration. But now crypto can be a bit different in some spots. And then we came up, let's do that way the strategy. And then we started community driven. We have some angel investors inside our support line, but we cannot share the lineup because they want to stay behind the scenes. That was their vision. I must do that. So it's a gentleman agreement here, and also some contracts. So in total, 21 up to today. We will launch end of that month or this month, and then that's how long we built right now.
Wow, yeah. I mean, over 2 years that you guys put your time in working here. So yeah, I think it reflects it. Very well thought out. I think it's very detailed and easy to understand as well.
Thank you. Just imagine you have to understand how Binance is incentivizing people who are depositing 1,000 USDT. If you do that, you get 8% of interest. But if you are somebody who is depositing 50,000, you are getting 1 or 2%. And then we have to research and understand how they design it and why they do that. So that's why we have decided for a community-driven strategy. No ventures yet. It means not that we will not pitch them later in the growth stage. But right now, for the kickoff, we have decided for that strategy. We think it's very healthy.
I think so as well. All right, so just to recap, the project is audited. Right now, it's on both of the IEO currently, and we will pin that link. You have liquidity mining, you have the Lendex P2P lending, which you can earn interest by lending assets and borrow assets. You have the ultimate loan, which is 1.5x to your collateral, which is actually, I think that's actually very, very high. That's really awesome. And you have the stablecoins that's backed by 3 stablecoins, correct? Did I sum that pretty well there for your project there? All right, Sabo and Ozo. So with that said, we do not have anything to speak on, Mike has been keep tracking questions in the room. Do you mind answering a few questions?
Of course, for sure. Community first. We have a lot of topics to talk, but I would prefer to set our community in first position.
Perfect. All right. So with that, Mike, the man, he's going to come on and he's going to read some of the questions away.
All right. That was a great presentation there, Nozar and Salo. Appreciate it. Very well thought out, very well articulated. First question coming in from the community. We're going to start right at the most recent here with Edit Daniels. Is about your lending and borrowing protocols. The question is, lending and borrowing protocols are always faced with liquidity challenge. So does the team from Lendex have a clear plan on how to generate enough liquidity to support the lending and borrowing platform? Also, will there be any means through the funds borrowed from your platform that can be utilized within the platform to earn more yield to make the repayment easier or even faster?
I think it's a good question. The liquidity is a very important topic for us. That's one of the reasons why we do the IEO. The IO is not to collect money for the team. We don't need that money to pay our team now. We have already collected money for that part. We need now the IO as a support to do our kickoff very smooth. That means the fundraised amount will be used to deposit it inside our own protocols. We want to incentivize it by ourselves so that people can go interact. But Nozar explained it already in a very well detail how the borrowing part is incentivized, but the supplier classic pools don't have liquidity mining. That means it is a security mechanism against dumps for the token, so that whales cannot manipulate it in that way. We have learned from the past. Now we have implemented something which is named lock drop. Lock drop is a mechanism where you are simply using your assets, to deposit it, and then you lock. Then what you get is the X token in that case. So if you put in stablecoin USDC, or let me say Ethereum token, then you will get X Ethereum in this case, and then you have to deposit it inside our lock drop, and then you are locked for a time of period. So you can choose it by yourself. All is written inside the white paper when you want to know the range of time. And that way we are incentivizing people. That's the only way to get as a supplier LendeXe token. Otherwise, it's just incentivized for borrowers. So how I try to explain in the example of BlackRock or Binance, we are focusing on the retailer that way. That means if you have a lot of incentivizing, let's get a back step. Around our network, people are depositing their own money, fiat money, inside any mechanism or any trader platform or whatever to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 very high, but in this case 1, 2, 3% just to earn money. So they are not looking at who is the team behind, do they have an audit, is that decentralized, centralized? They don't care for it, they just care for the interest. And we have understood that, so that's why we have designed that for their needs. They want that. We have give them an opportunity to get the interest. We have designed the protocol for them, and it will be run completely decentralized. And on the other hand, we have understood that we need partners. Partners need partnerships with other protocols, but also with individuals which will deposit assets inside our protocol. Their requirements are fulfilled. It means a good audit. The whole process must be secure. The team must be doxed. It's very important for them. So we think we have a very well strategy how we can have a very successful kickoff. Yeah, but at the end we will need time. We have to prove that we can be to get inside the top 10. We have to prove ourselves with our concept of the kickoff. It will need time, but we have prepared everything for that. We are ready for that. We will get that way liquidity.
Perfect. Appreciate that. Nice breakdown there, Sabo. Next question thrown in from Michael Bonds here. It's about your lock drop. Does the duration of the lock drop determine the effectiveness of one suggestion or opinion in a governance DAO?
Well, the person mentioned governance, so I guess he was mentioning if he can get the LendeXe during the lock drop or not. No, the LendeXe will be rewarded at the end of the lock drop, not during it, because that's the concept of lock drop. You have to lock for a period of time.
Right. Appreciate that, Nozar. Let's see. Next question is rolling in from Chill Pill here. Is what are the mechanisms that will protect the XSD stablecoin against depegging, as just seen in Terra UST? Will the XSD stabilizer be very effective in keeping it pegged?
I would say yes.
Oh, no, you can go on. All good.
Okay. I say yes because of many reasons. First of all, UST was 0% backed by assets. And to mint UST, you had to burn Luna, so it was not collateral. it would just burn. And in a point of time, the market cap of UST was so big that Luna could not cover it. In case of XST, it's different. XST is always 100 to 233% backed by USDT, USDC, and BUSD. That's the design. Based on the design, based on the code, which have been audited by CerTik, the collateral ratio of XST cannot go lower than 100, and it is dynamic between 100 and 233 based on the design. If we just consider the stablecoins, if we consider LendeXe as well, the collateral ratio can even go higher. And another topic is all of those stablecoins which are backing the XST token are inside the protocol. They are not going to be locked or invested somewhere else or inside another protocol. No, that's not the case for us. All of them, 100%, are inside the protocol, are available every time, always available. So no matter when you come to the protocol, they are available. And the third mechanism is the continuous inflow of the protocol's revenue inside the XST stabilizer. This continuous inflow, which is in form of USDT, USDC, and BUSD itself, means even if people do not charge the stabilizer and do not mint any stablecoin, those tokens, those stablecoins will increase in quantity because of the revenue of the protocol. So we have three different mechanisms to make sure this is one of the safest stablecoins in the world.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate that, Nova. Let's see. Next question. Also, Chill Pill here. Second question. Is there any particular crypto you will accept as collateral for your loans? And is the loan procedures done manually, or are they decentralized transaction done via the contract?
We have three different types of loans. In case of dynamic lending and borrowing, you are free to use the token which is listed on Lendex. So far, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Link from Chainlink, USDT, USDC, BUSD, DAI, the LendeXe token itself. That's the dynamic lending. Then we have the interest-free lending. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance can be locked inside the interest-free loan. And you can borrow up to 91% of your collateral's value in form of LXT stablecoin. The third type of loan that we provide is the ultimate loan, which is a 150% loan in form of XST. To borrow this loan, the only acceptable collateral is the LendeXe token. If you lock 100 LendeXe, $100 of LendeXe, the protocol will lock $100 of stablecoins from its own revenue. And on top of these $200 of collateral, the protocol will give you $150 of XST. So this is a way to give access to LendeXe holders from their revenue. Yeah, but as a loan issuer, you only need to have LendeXe, and the process is also based on the smart contract audited by CerTik. It's not centralized. No person is in charge of it. No one will choose you, or no one is there to confirm you or not. Everything is automatic, and everyone is free to demand this loan.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Nice breakdown there, Nozar. Next question rolling in from Edit Daniels. Another question here. As said earlier in the chat, the Lendex token will be used as collateral, but is this subject to very high price change or even price fluctuations, which could result in major and permanent loss for the borrower and lenders? So does the team have any alternative plans to mitigate these risks?
Yeah, first of all, you are not forced to use LendeX as collateral. You can use every token you want. For LendeX token itself, since we know the market cap of LendeX is small comparing to, I don't know, Tether and stablecoin. The borrowing power of LendeXe is lower. So, and you will be warned that this token is not the perfect token if you want to borrow up to 90% of your collateral. If you want a high borrowing power token, you can use USDC with 85% borrowing power, or USDT with 80%, or you can go for Bitcoin and Ethereum for 70-75% borrowing power. And if you use the interest-free loan, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance Coin have 91% borrowing power.
91%. Okay, awesome. Appreciate that. Next question is about the NFTs, as they are all sold out. The question is, was there a maximum amount one wallet could purchase?
No. Free. The maximum quantity was in general. In general, we had 5,000 NFTs. They are still free to trade in the market. There will always be free to trade in the market. So even now you can go to Sunaverse protocol and buy those NFTs, no problem with that. But no one is limited in having those NFTs. On the other hand, I explained that the reward system of the NFTs is exponential, but with a limit. The reward index, which increases exponentially, will stop after having a certain level, and after that, the exponential increase will stop, and the only increase will be linear based on the number of NFTs. So if the number of your NFTs is small, your reward level will increase like crazy. But if you go big, then your reward level will start increasing slower. So people will be discouraged from having them all.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes it safe for everybody. For one person not doing too many, I like that. Okay. Next question is also on your partnerships. I think we might have touched on this earlier, but could you just elaborate again on any partnerships you currently have and hope to onboard in the near future?
Yes, of course. We have some partnerships on our landing page. You can go visit us there. It's on the first page. You have just to scroll down a bit. Then we have some partnerships which are finished or finalized. They are not on our homepage. They are not published because we have some agreements. The agreements require us to have a clean launch. So the protocol must be launched first, and then we can go to the announcement. Then we have partnerships for security aspects or for the price feeds, which is the most popular one. It's Chainlink. We are working with Chainlink together here. It's very important for LendingDe app to have a very clear price feed here and to catch them every time. And Chainlink is doing that very awesome. And CerTik is our partner for the security part. We will have in the future some bug bounties together, and to bring more security and to do something together to bring more value together in the security point of view. Then we have a partnership with Exchange who are supporting us in our early stage. Thank you so much for that. Then we have foundations. We are working with 3 foundations together, but the partnerships are not open yet. It has some reasons. We have strategic partners. We have community partners. We have big communities which are partnered up. I think the latest one was this week with Decentralized Club and with crypto miners, and also with you guys. And yeah, that's what we believe in, to have a big community together, to be a global project. And you cannot be global without the US and around the world, right? It's not possible. We will have partners which are leading or supporting, or who will support us by building on new chains. So we are contacted by foundations who has a larger grants, and we should apply there, but we have not the resources or the time to do that now because we are focused on the launch. Yeah, we have partnerships. I know you want to see all of them now. It's for your research, very important. But for now, you should be happy with the team and the partners which are on the website, and just follow us, and then you will see more partnerships.
Awesome. That's quite a bit there. Great partnerships. I appreciate that there, Sabo. One of the last questions I'm going to take, not to keep you guys too long as we are rolling up here, from Crypto Gabriel. One of his questions is according to the white paper, the loan feature is interest-free. So I was wondering, how will the project generate revenue from the loan feature, and is there any fees to be paid for the loan?
The loan is feeless, but when you want to issue it, you have to pay a one-time fee for minting the stablecoin. That's the only fee you are going to pay. And for the interest-free loan, the fee is between 0.5% and 5%. For the ultimate loan, the fee is 1%.
Perfect. Appreciate that, Nozar. All right, well, that's all the questions we're going to take. If there's any that I missed, please be sure to head on over to the Lendex Finance Telegram group, guys. If I missed anything, ask your questions over there. And that's it from me, guys. And I'm going to kick it back to Seattle. I appreciate all of the answered questions. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Nuzal, Sabo. Great job articulating your project. Again, I think it's one of these protocols that I definitely will be using for sure. I love the strategies behind it. Very well thought out. And I also look forward to see you guys go into different chains as well. I think you mentioned that, correct, right, Sabo and Nuzal? You guys are trying to do multi-chain, correct?
Exactly, correct.
All right, Sabo, Nuzal, again, I really appreciate you guys being here at the USA Crypto Group, along with everyone here in attendance, Mike as well. Is there a last word you want to leave us with here, Sabo, Nuzal?
Thank you guys for the MA. It was cool, and I appreciated the questions.
Yes, thank you so much for the MA. And I want to thank all of you for the question, first of all, and for the moderating. It was awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We are very glad to speak to you and to have took the time, close to 2 hours, to listen and speak with us. If you want to support us, of course, join our community, participate. It's community driven. You can be sure all of the proposals will be taken very serious from the team. We are now community driven. You can decide the route how Lendex can be developed. If you want to support us in a financial way, you can join the IEO on P2B and the token. You can have that way a good kickoff of the Lendex protocol. And for now, yeah, have a nice day. Thank you so much, and see you later.
So, Nuzal, one last thing. So if you like, we can raise awareness to your Telegram room. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to say, go over there and maybe, drop a USA Crypto Group sticker. Then Mike will go there, pick a $10 winner. Is that something that you want us to do?
Yeah, sounds great. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So Johnny's going to post their TG link, guy. Make sure you guys go over there, drop a USA crypto sticker, and Mike will go over there and pick a winner. Also, for the giveaway today, we usually do a random spin, but Mike's computer been acting up, so he has not been able to do that. But what we can do is that for those that are on voice right now, if you guys go ahead and pick a number between 1 to 170 randomly, and whoever gets the closest winner or the right number, we will you are the winner. And Mike will go through all the questions that you guys have, and he will pick one winner from all the great questions that you guys wrote down in the room there. Does that sound good, Mike?
Perfectly said, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. And I apologize about the PC, everybody. I'll try to get it mitigated for the next AMA. But yeah. Pick a number between 170. I've already told the bros what number that is to pick in the other room. We'll see who can hit it. And Nozar and Sabo, I have also been recording this, so I'm going to upload it to YouTube as well and get you guys a copy as soon as it's uploaded to our YouTube as well.
Thank you so much for that.
All right, guys. Well, we're stretching over almost 2 hours now. Again, I appreciate everyone coming to USA Crypto Group, specifically Nozar and Sabo, and I look forward to the developments and see the protocol, something I would definitely be using. So thank you so much again.
So thank you for your time, and I thank all the community who are here and invested their time on us.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great day. Good night, wherever you are, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, guys. Take care. We'll see you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.